So film. This is the creator of Star Wars, George Lucas. And we have the new Star Wars on the left and the old Star Wars on the right. Okay, what you see here is a map, okay, of the Star Wars universe. When George Lucas came up with the idea, right, a few decades ago, he actually created the entire universe for Star Wars to exist. So the first 3 movies was based on this universe that he concocted, and the storyline that came out of it, right, from this story. And he knew even then, when he was doing the first 3 episodes, that he would subsequently come back and do more episodes. What is good about this map that you're seeing now is that all this information is basically shared by the companies in George Lucas' company. Whether they are doing the film, whether they are trying to come out with a game, whether they are writing a novel or writing a comics. Now what they are doing is that they are creating a chronicle history of the universe. Now even working with Lego, it's not just about the toys, because by coming up with different Lego sets, they would have to have a storyline built into the Lego set. Now I think some of you may know that some of the 3D animation Star Wars is being done in Singapore, and now they are showing the TV series on TV now. Besides having Star Wars as the key product, George Lucas is one of the smartest guy in the entertainment industry. What he has done is that during the build-up of Star Wars, he has started a few companies, and this company has since then become equally famous in the industry. For example, probably one of the most famous one is Industry Light and Magic. This company of his is the one behind many Hollywood films that create all the special effects, right? Films like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the whole entire series, and various science fiction big movies are all created by ILM. Okay, so in this case, ILM is a service business. They provide service to different film companies, and the film companies will pay ILM for the service. The one on the right, THX, is actually a sound system. How it came about is that George wanted a very unique sound for Star Wars, so he hired sound engineers to research into new technology for filmmaking, and they are still the pioneer of digital sound. So eventually the product itself for Star Wars became so strong that George Lucas decided, why not spin off this sound system as a product. So THX basically is a product, right? So it's just like the Dolby sound system that you all see for movies. LucasArts, they do various things. They do the games, and they go into products, meaning that they will go into taking Star Wars characters and go into products themselves. So it's a product company that also at the same time they create online games. Or not just online games, but they also created in early days like CD-ROM. They create console games. They work with Xbox, and Sony PlayStation, all that. Now in this case, what George did is that he utilized creating his own product and spin off his own service company. Okay, that's very smart of him, because he's going to do it anyway. But rather than after finishing a film, all the people that work in the film go back to their own job. He asked these people to stay behind, and he actually gave them shares of these new companies. So the sound engineer will get shares in PHX. The special effect animator will get share in ILM. The people doing games will get share from LucasArts. They are not big shares, but they are still shareholder of the company. So what Lucas basically did is that he utilized a product to create a service, okay? And what he's now doing is that to use the money he made, right, from this servicing company to create more products. Now, do you know that between the first Star Wars series and the second Star Wars series, it took 22 years gap? Meaning Lucas waited for 22 years to shoot the next 3 films. Do you know why? Huh? Money first. Because he wants to own. He wants to own the new series 100%. So he's a very patient guy. If you ask me, 22 years. He's a Jedi, you know. Okay, interactive media is in a very unique space. It is largely, in my view, a service provider. If you look at all these big famous logo on it, they are in the world of providing service. So in the case of interactive media student, if you want to be a product owner, it's extremely tough. Okay, the world is now showing you this is what they can do. However, the good news is they are trying to own products. Okay, so Google has launched a prototype, and we know that they are going into mobile phones quite big, and they want to own the mobile space, and soon enough they will have their own branding. At the moment it's still not called a Google phone yet, but people in the industry all feel that eventually they want to have their own phone. And Amazon as well, they have launched an electronic book that will enable people to download all the online books. And so Amazon is actually making money from selling the electronic books. Now, as to whether these products are going to be successful, or whether all the interactive companies will come up with their own hardware product, is yet to be known. So we will have to look at it to see whether it's going to be successful. So in the case of interactive media, the lesson we are learning now is that most of the time they are building up their brand first, and the brand becomes the product, right? Becomes a way for them to achieve a product. So again, like I said, I want you guys to basically go through this and understand the difference between products and services. Now, if we are not careful and if we don't know that fine line, this is where we're going to end up.